Hey! So I think this is a really good question, and I too haven't seen much information surrounding the Iynx wheel and its use within Baneful magic. Hi, I'm Eurocathonia, and I'm a practicing witch and sorcerer and have been for many years, and I have a Patreon where I teach witchcraft and ancient Mediterranean magic from beginner levels to more advanced levels, and I also have a shop called Uriel's where you can find magical wares, items, and side quests, but anyway, that's enough self-promotion. Let's get into it. So typically the Iynx wheel is associated with Aphrodite and Eros. It is used in love magic to either call in a soul to love or repel a love, depending on what your intention is and what spell you're performing. The most famous example of the use of the Iynx wheel is with Jason in the Argonauts, where he uses it to compel and gain the love and affection of Medea. Now, love magic within itself is considered a curse within ancient Mediterranean sorcery. It is an affliction of the mind, body, and soul. To inflict Eros upon someone is a true curse. Now, the bull roarer and the Iynx wheel both make whirring sounds and were used within the Dionysian mysteries, which puts them within the realm of the chthonic mysteries and Hecate. And because of that, it can be used to call in spirits as well as repel them. The most important part of the Iynx wheel is the sound it makes, this otherworldly whirring sound. And that's important because within ancient Mediterranean magic, sound is very, very, very important. It's why we have the 7 sacred vows. You vibrate the 7 sacred vows to access different spheres of consciousness or the universe itself, depending on whether you're following an ancient Mediterranean path or more of a Gnostic path. Now, with saying that, can you use the Iynx wheel to be a representation of a person spiraling into insanity? Now, I'm going to say it depends. Ultimately, the use of the Iynx wheel is to compel and command things. And you could definitely use it to compel and command someone to spiral. But again, it's based on sympathetic magic. So if that was how you were doing it, I would create a Iynx wheel as a separate representation of said person and use the Iynx wheel as the actual representation of them. Or you could have a Colossi and command and compel them into insanity that way, have the Colossi being a votive representation of said person. Or I think you would have a much easier time of calling in a restless dead spirit, compelling and commanding a restless dead spirit and attaching them to said person. You could also command and compel them if you were in person. But again, if you did that in hidden, they might find you and be like, why are you wearing at me, bitch? Ultimately, the use of the Iynx wheel is to compel and command things. So whether you could use it in a baneful setting to make them spiral ultimately depends on the foundations of your actual spell as a whole. At a base level though, the Iynx wheel's usage is for compulsion and command to draw things in or to repel them away. How you go about that is completely up to you and your ritual. Anyway, I hope this helps. Bye!